Holistic Pill. Welcome to our video on healing your inner critic and building self-love through affirmations. Our inner critic is that voice inside our head that tells us we're not good enough, that we'll never be successful, and that we should just give up. But the truth is, we all have the power to silence that voice and replace it with a more positive and loving one. In this video, we'll be sharing 10 self-love affirmations that you can use to start healing your inner critic today. I am worthy of love and acceptance, just as I am. This affirmation helps to remind you that you are inherently worthy of love and acceptance, regardless of your flaws or mistakes. You don't have to change who you are to be loved and accepted. It's important to understand that we are all human, and we all make mistakes. It's also important to remind yourself that our worth as a person is not determined by our external achievements or material possessions, but by who we are as a person, at our core. Repeat this affirmation to yourself when you are feeling down or inadequate, and remind yourself that you are worthy of love and acceptance. I trust and believe in myself. This affirmation helps to build self-confidence and self-trust. When we trust ourselves, we are more likely to take risks and pursue our goals and dreams. Trusting ourselves means having faith in our abilities and decision-making. It means having the courage to believe in ourselves even when things don't go as planned. Repeat this affirmation to yourself when you're feeling uncertain or doubtful about your abilities. Remind yourself that you have what it takes to succeed and that you believe in yourself. I am strong and capable. This affirmation helps to remind us of our strength and resilience in the face of challenges and difficult times. It helps to build self-empowerment and self-belief. It's important to remember that we are all capable of handling the challenges that come our way, and that we have the inner strength to push through difficult times. Repeat this affirmation to yourself when you're feeling weak or helpless, and remind yourself that you are strong and capable of overcoming anything that comes your way. I release the need for perfection and embrace my imperfections. This affirmation helps us to let go of the unrealistic expectations we often have of ourselves and to accept and embrace our imperfections. Perfection is unattainable, but self-acceptance is the key for our happiness. We often put too much pressure on ourselves to be perfect, and when we inevitably fall short, we beat ourselves up. This affirmation helps us to let go of that need for perfection, and to accept ourselves as we are, flaws and all. Repeat this affirmation to yourself when you find yourself criticizing yourself for not being perfect, and remind yourself that it's okay to be imperfect. I choose to see the good in myself and others. This affirmation helps us to focus on the positive aspects of ourselves and others, rather than dwelling on the negative. It helps to build a more positive and loving mindset. Oftentimes, we get caught up in focusing on the negative aspects of ourselves and others, and it can be hard to see the good. This affirmation helps to shift our focus to the positive and to see the good in ourselves and others. Repeat this affirmation to yourself when you find yourself dwelling on the negative, and remind yourself to look for the good. I am grateful for who I am and all that I have. This affirmation helps us to cultivate a sense of gratitude and appreciation for ourselves and our lives. When we are grateful, we are more likely to focus on the good in our lives, rather than dwelling on what is missing. Gratitude helps to shift our perspective and allows us to see the abundance in our lives, rather than the lack. Repeat this affirmation to yourself when you find yourself feeling ungrateful or discontent and remind yourself of all the blessings in your life. I am deserving of happiness and success. This affirmation helps to remind us that we deserve to be happy and successful in life. We often doubt ourselves and our abilities to achieve happiness and success, but this affirmation helps us to believe that we are capable of achieving our dreams. It's important to remind ourselves that we have the right to pursue our happiness and success and that we deserve to have it. Repeat this affirmation to yourself when you're feeling unworthy of happiness and success, and remind yourself that you are deserving of it. I am in charge of my thoughts and emotions. This affirmation helps us to take control of our thoughts and emotions, rather than allowing them to control us. We are the ones who decide how we want to think and feel. It's important to remember that our thoughts and emotions are not facts, they are just our interpretation of reality. By taking control of our thoughts and emotions, we can choose to focus on the positive and let go of negative thoughts and emotions. Repeat this affirmation to yourself when you're feeling overwhelmed by your thoughts and emotions, and remind yourself that you are in charge of them. I love and accept myself, flaws and all. This affirmation helps us to fully accept and love ourselves, including our flaws and imperfections. Self-acceptance is the key to self-love. We often spend so much time criticizing ourselves for our flaws and imperfections, that we forget to love and accept ourselves for who we are. This affirmation helps us to let go of that criticism and to fully love and accept ourselves. Repeat this affirmation to yourself when you're feeling self-critical, and remind yourself to love and accept yourself, flaws and all. I am surrounded by love and positivity. This affirmation helps to remind us that we are surrounded by love and positivity, and that it is always available to us, even in the darkest of times. It's important to remember that we are never alone and that there is always love and positivity in the world. Repeat this affirmation to yourself when you're feeling alone or negative, and remind yourself that you are surrounded by love and positivity. We hope this video has been helpful in providing you with some tools to start healing your inner critic and building self-love. Remember, healing your inner critic and building self-love takes time and effort, but it is a journey worth undertaking. Keep in mind that it's not always easy to silence that inner critic, and it's important to be patient and compassionate with yourself. Every day is a new opportunity to practice self-love and to remind yourself that you are worthy, capable, and deserving of love and happiness. In addition to affirmations, there are also other ways to work on healing your inner critic and building self-love. Some other techniques that may be helpful include practicing mindfulness and self-compassion, keeping a journal to track your thoughts and emotions, seeking therapy or counseling, surrounding yourself with supportive people, building self-care and self-nurturing practices, practicing self-forgiveness. It's important to find the combination of techniques that work for you, and to be consistent in your efforts. Remember that healing your inner critic and building self-love is a lifelong journey, not a destination. Each day, you have the opportunity to practice self-love and to silence that inner critic. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to show yourself some love and kindness today. Remember, you are worthy, capable, and deserving of love and happiness. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching.